Chris Stapleton is eligible for the Country Music Hall of Fame as of 2023. Furthermore, I know that is marvelous in light of the fact that you most likely figured he wouldn't be qualified until 2035. That'd be 20 years after he exploded with Tennessee Bourbon at the CNA Grants. This episode of Secret History at Country Music will demonstrate that Chris attained the necessary level of national fame much earlier. In any case, one night at the CMAs and all that came later reset his. Mud on the Tire, Brad Paisley's breakthrough album from 2003, was the one that really made him a superstar. Of course, you'll also find hits like Celebrity, Little Moments, and Whiskey Lullaby, like the burnin' end of a midnight cigarette on there. As far as we know, this is Chris Stapleton's first major label album cut, and it signals the beginning of a trend that has shaped country music for nearly 2 decades. The bearded person is frequently present when stars are born. It occurred with Brad and Blake Shelton, Josh Turner, and Thomas Rhett. Darius Rucker opened his country album with a song by Chris Stapleton when he switched from rock to country. At the point when Luke Bryant expected to show profundity to harden him as a multi-layered entertainer, he approached Stapleton's beverage of brew. However, Brad was the first, or at least one of the first. I'm Billy Dukes with Taste of Nation, and the tune we're discussing is known as The Best Thing I Had Going, a banjo-driven longing for adoration melody that is energetic and profound. That's correct. Playful is not exactly how you would describe it. We mentioned the beard before. Remain tuned and let us in on your number one of his melodies in the remarks segment underneath as you watch Drop by Follow Atkins. Yet, an Adoration Thing by Darryl Worley are 2 models. Later, Chris would get somewhat spirited with this main hit for Kenny Chesney. Of course, on Something to Do with My Hands, Thomas Rhett's 2012 introduction. R could turn in 2015 with more entertaining tunes from his subsequent collection. You need to think about who was there. Indeed, Chris Stapleton co-composed Fail spectacularly too. This, obviously, is all before his second with Justin Timberlake at the CMAs and before he delivered his own collection. Thumbs up this video assuming that you believe the Explorer collection to be an unequaled incredible. You need more? For our companions at the boot. Blake Shelton has cut an amazing 6 Stapleton co-composes, remembering 2 for his vocation-changing collection Red Waterway Blue, a collection that arrived at number 61 on Taste of Nation's rundown of the main 100 collections of the 2000s. Those tunes were not generally singles. However, it's around then that he went from the entertaining person who used to have a mullet to a television star in a superstar marriage who could hit number 1 on radio diagrams. The following are a couple of additional titles, shockingly, while I talk at you about his effect on unscripted TV. Do you recall the show, Can You Do It? Steel Magnolia won in Season 2 and dropped their presentation single, Continue to Cherish You. Christopher Elve wrote the top 5 hits.